Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are. Welcome back to the Third Age Competitive League. I am your host, as always, James, the designer of the game. And I am not joined by anybody tonight, unlike usual, so you are going to have to put up with my rambles and rants as I try my best to keep up with the action on the game here by myself. Thanks to everyone who's already here in chat. Welcome, Zach, Jessica, and Bob. Nice to see you, Zach. I think you're a new face. Hope you come and join us soon. We are going to be jumping right in with the action here. I'm not going to waste time talking for too long. So, let's let the players know that they are ready to roll the dice and they can start picking characters. We're here today for the 3 hotshots who won their last game. So, Icicle, Robin, and Anth all came in first place during April. So it should be an interesting game. Should be punches flying. Yeah, it's not that colourful, it's just red. I think it's because my contrast is turned up, you know, to make myself look less pasty and clearly white. Okay, so it looks like Robin's gone with Matt. Icicle with a Gwen. And Anth with Rand. So we'll get rid of Perrin and Nynaeve. And today, for the first time, we are playing to 4 Forsaken kills. There are 3 players in the game, so we're playing 1 more Forsaken than usual because we wanted more time for the explosive endgame action. And I keep realising I'm looking over there, but my camera's actually set up here. I've got to get used to this new camera still, so I apologise if I'm not looking at the camera all the time. Although I am only a little box in the corner, so you're probably not even looking at me anyway. It looks like Icicle had an Enter the Ways on turn 1. Fantastic start. Gets to move straight to Tavalon and complete his tier 1 quest. Unlocking Refuse to Kneel. Gets a couple coins, flips over Berowyn. Not going to be too interested in that one, but fantastic start nonetheless. Has a great hand too. Spoils of War, not going to do too much, but careful word and playing the game. Great cards for Egwene to have early. Matt moves to Berlon, discards some cards with the flag ability, and draws. Learning the craft, 2 Rivers Longbow and an Old Treaty, so not a bad hand for him. Old Treaty is not going to do that much, but learning the craft and 2 Rivers Longbow, both good cards for Matt. Rand's hand not looking so good. It is completely empty of any cards he can play at the moment. A few different followers being flipped as God, they're moving too fast for me to keep up with here. I'm gonna get an early poll going. That these first few moves are lightning quick, so I'm gonna get a poll going while I have chance, and try and catch up with the players when there's a moment to. Gwen has made her way to Maradon now and picked up the Berowin to take it away from Rand. Looks like she used a careful word to do so. The boys both in 4 kings. Matt got a Gyanin recruited last turn, so no men for him yet. Beslan goes to Rand. That'll add some Dace Damar to his team. Possibly let him play the coercion in his hand if an appropriate follower comes up. Looks like Gwen's fighting some Trollocs in Bandarib, and she's probably happy about that. Losing a fight gets another card draw, and right now she needs cards. Of course, Gwen's main goal at the minute is to get to Falmer with 6 cards in hand, and then leave with 6 cards in hand so that she can unlock a tier 2 and start leveling up properly. Robin is going to snatch the hatch over there. Gets to add the fabulous Andorran Innkeeper to his team. Not only going to add 1 male towards his tier 2 quest, it's also going to make his future recruits from the Tavern Row 1 cheaper. Quite see what Rand flipped there. He flipped Olver over, taking another male away from Matt, and getting himself a skill as well. Can play the high chant or the learn from the best now. That learn from the best might be good if someone happens to play an Embracing the Source at some point. Gwen moving to Falmer and losing to the Trollocs again that are still in play, so she can draw an additional card and have 6 in hand. Great start from Icicle. He's tearing up the start of this game. Getting a great lead. Learning the craft came out from Robin, it looks like. Rand going to farm adding and draws an end to the ways. Probably not that interested. Yep, straight into the discard pile. He'll be hitting tier 1 next turn, and Gwen is going to Olmoth Plane. And attaching a Twisted Ring to Berowin. I mean, it's interesting. I've seen Icicle do this before, I think, and I feel like it worked better than I expected it to. So we'll keep an eye on that as the game progresses. Some theft going on here. A loose badger coming out from Matt, getting to level up his Dace Damar and steal 2 coins from both the other players. And Rand moving to tier, gonna hit his tier 1 ability here. Invoice is now unlocked. Extra hand size available for him, and he's also going to be able to start peeking at the top of the deck. Try and keep an eye on whether he actually remembers those peaks. It is something that gets forgotten often. But Anth is an accomplished Rand player. We call him Ranth around these parts, so I'd be surprised if he doesn't remember. Gwen drawing a couple of cards from Qatar, and she's going to start discarding due to hand size to gain attribute levels using her tier 2 ability. Robin draws a couple cards in Arangil Forge, let her in a council meeting. Still got that old treatise. Hatch can play it now, so might see that come out at some point in an attempt to find another male. Meanwhile, Rand moves to Ilion, picks up another Assert Dominance and a new recruit. Probably. Oh, sorry, it was my N. Didn't pick up the other asset dominance. Move to my N. My apologies. It's tough to keep track of everything that's going on my own. Icicle moved to Bandariban, fought the Trollocs to lose again, and discarded a card to gain a level at the end of the turn. Not bad use of his resources and the Trolloc that's in play. I wonder if one of the boys will kill those Trollocs to stop him from farming it on the off turns. Looks like Matt played a Forged Letter and Beslan got discarded. And Rand moves to tier. He's moving quite fast. I feel like there's something on top of the deck he likes. It's Reen Harfor, and he's going to purchase her straight away for favour for the First Lady Maid. Of course, Reen Harfor, very powerful ability. She can cancel anything that's level 2 or lower. That includes cards that don't have an attribute level, like Smooth Skirts and Welturned Calves. So, always a great defensive tool to have. Looks like Matt tossed the old... No, he hasn't tossed yet. I don't know what he's done. He just went back to Arangil. His hand's a bit better now. He's got to practice in the form, so that's going to turn on the flanking and the Two Rivers Longbow. Play for your supper rounds it out. Smooth Skirts in hand for Rand now, after moving back to my end. Gwen is slowly crafting a more reasonable hand for herself and leveling up in the process by moving back and forth from Qatar and Bandariban. So far, she's got Dragon Team and a Forgotten Tomes. Not on colour, but good cards. That's about it. I'm sure she'll draw some more shortly, though. Perpetually. Looks like Randy's going to go and fight that Trolloc now. Get rid of Egwene's farming tool. That'll make her job a little less easy. Won't be able to move into Bandariban and fight necessarily this turn. How would Nori the flip? Don't think she has enough favour for him. Likely to go to Rand because... Oh no, Rand will have an opportunity. Probably going to go to Matt because he'll go Jareen to Kyrene. And get it before Rand has chance. Unless Rand plays a high chance to do it. Matt going through some Trollocs using both a flanking and a Two Rivers Longbow to get to Kyrene a turn earlier. Flipping over a Murdral. Yeah, that's going to kill Egyanin, probably. If you guys in the chat need me to like look at anything closer, or if I've neglected paying attention to someone's hand or anything like that, just let me know. I usually have someone to prompt me for these things, so I'm relying on you tonight, chat. Stay with me. Stay with me, please. I don't have anybody else. It looks like Egwene's going for a Twisted Ring. Probably going to get a Gateway. Yeah, was the Gateway added to the hand? Riverboat, Notoriety, and Fighting Dirty hit the discard pile. They'll be ready for anyone else who fancies a journey to Haddon Merc. Yeah, Matt's having a rough start. Eben Hopwell flipped now, but not enough favour to buy him either. So still just the one follower. Um, things not looking too hot for Robin, if you're asking me. Run starts slightly better. Definitely better now that he's got the Eben Hopwell as well. That's gonna accelerate his start a fair bit. But his hand's not that strong. Two of his longbow is good, and new recruits, those will both help him get his tier 2 quicker, and I know Ant does like to rush his tier 2, so he'll probably be aiming for that. But still on one channel in himself can be a rough spot to get out of sometimes, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. If he manages to find an embrace in the source somehow, he's in business. But Matt's still a bit further away from the target. And yeah, that Nori does need to, like, I'm surprised that Nori's still there. And it looks like a Gwyn is going refresh into Twisted Ring. And finds a Coal Lightning. This guy in the second gateway, hard choices and a search fire. Shame there's no 9 even in this game. Should be thrilled right now with all the weaves coming up. She's not going to get to discard this turn though, only 7 cards in hand. Nori finally going to Matt. He's going to hit tier 1, leaving Tavlon. Rand peaks in action. So wards. Not sure he's too interested in that one. Quick search through the discard pile. No low level weaves, aside from potentially a shield. But no level 1 channeler to target, so he does go for the wards and the favour from my end. This is a new strategy coming from Anth, I think. I'm not sure I've seen a Rand camp main for quite so long before, so can't wait to see how this pays off. Gwyn's draws getting a bit better. Picks up a Blood Knife ring and an Unfold in the Fan. Gonna get rid of some of those bad cards from earlier and gain a couple levels in the process. No card for him to get over to Alien other than a gateway, but he's not high enough level to play it just yet. Won't be too long. I don't know if Alien's the goal. Recently, I've been really proponent of Tavlon over Alien. Like, it's fine to go to Alien a couple of times, but you really want a way to get to Tavlon, because that bounce is better. Especially if you have Alaris. Then it's extra good. Rand peeks at character. We'll see if he wants it or he wants to kill a Murdral instead. Looking at the Murdral. Probably going to play 2 of his longbow. There it is. I'll save him the troops. Means he just gains the silver and gets 3 more points. Might use some resources to buy a level as well. Doesn't look like it. Gwen flips a free Ramshalan. Yeah, 2 turns away from it. He could technically play the gateway next turn, yeah. Not next turn, the turn after. Wherever he's going. Whether or not he does, or he keeps bouncing around in Qatar. This is moving fast, Ali. It's hard to keep up. Let me tell you that. 3 mails now for Matt. He is recovering a bit. Catching up to Rand now, it feels like. 2 Rivers Longbow added to the hand for Rand. Berrywin is ready again. Looks like Egwene's going to move to Falmer. Wants an action and a character. Draws a cover me, that's no good. Healer the flip. Probably wants to pick that up. Doesn't have any skill at the minute, so one's better than 0. Yeah, these are all fast, experienced players. They know what they're doing, and they're ready to pummel each other's skulls in, so... Going discarding that cover me. Does gain the channeling, so may well be looking at a gateway next turn. Ran gonna go Matt, sorry, gonna go to Tarvalon, flip over Eludra. Doesn't have the favour to afford her. Could see that going to a Gawain instead if she doesn't go to Ilion. Did he like the character, or does he want to draw some cards? Or does he want Eludra? Might want Eludra. Oh, Bella! He likes the card. That's going to put him on a total of 9 channeling, edging closer to that tier 3 goal. Gwen's solid hand now. Call Lightning and a Blood Knife Ring. Oof, and she just picks up a twisted redstone door frame. Use the gateway to get to Ilion after all. And then discards at the end of turn as well. That plays a Rescue Townsfolk. Ran peeks in action. We'll see if he wants it, or back to Arden Merc potentially. Could also just play new recruits. Coercion also possibly, no, not really an option. Unless he wants to lose the Bella, which he desperately doesn't. I think a Bond Warder may have been discarded earlier. Might be going for that, trying to bond Bella to Ebon Hopwill, get an extra... Well, no, you wouldn't bond Bella, would you? You'd bond a Ludra, I guess. Probably the easiest thing. Goes for a flanking. Discards the coercion. Don't have to worry about that one anymore. Going for another twisted ring. Likes the choice. None of the flips too good. Goes for a challenge honor. That would be nice if anyone has enough. At some point, that could be a nice swing. It's early enough in the game that it's still relevant. Discards Unfold in the Fan. No military followers to play that yet anyway. Not moving to Carrion. Probably going to look for another mail. Not going to waste time on Eluja just yet. Hopper is the flip. Does have enough to afford him. Can almost certainly assume that one goes into the team. Yeah, Gwen's hand is pretty damn good right now. The only thing she really needs is a military follower, but that's not a tall order. There's plenty in there. Ran gonna peek at the tier 3. We will too. It's Asmodean. Whoever gets to flip a tier 3 first is gonna be in for a treat, smacking that dude around. Asmodean is very smackable, but also lovable. Like, smack him on the ass a little bit. Good job. Good job. We'll just move past that. For him for murder added to Gwen's hand. Not going to be too relevant unless Matt uses one of his followers, and then get some discarded. That could be interesting, but right now for Infamurder not going to do too much. Dragon Team hits the bin. She's not interested in that. That's actually not that far away from being able to play it. He could consider going to Hardened Merc to pick that up. Puts him near tier as well, where he'd get the extra military levels in order to play it. Gonna recruit a Luger rather than looking for a 5th male, not trusting the top of the deck to give him a follower that doesn't cost favour. Rand must have seen something half decent on top of the deck. It's an Eris. Always nice to have an Ogier in the team and add some Dace Damar that he didn't otherwise have. It looks like he's going towards his tier 2 here. He's not going to be able to hit tier 3 because he's way away with another 9 levels. But he's going to be tier 2 in the next couple turns. And the challenge honor comes through from a Gwen. I think she's just going to steal 3 from Rand. Yep. Just using it despite not having the full value. Matt back to Kyrie and flips over Colvia. Probably not quite what he was looking for, but he'll take her into the team anyway, depriving himself of favour once more. Rand peaks at an uninteresting council meeting and moves to Jiangai Pass. Imagine he's going to look for a weave. And he finds the Embracing the Source. That's big. It's going to get him off 1 channeling. He's going to be able to get a card out of his hand before hitting tier 2, which is perfect, because then he won't have to discard at random. And getting rid of the new recruits, doesn't even need it anymore. Yeah, he's going to be going towards his tier 3 in no time. It's fantastic for Rand. Both Rand and Egwene really good starts, and Matt could definitely catch up. He's not far behind. He's got uncharacteristically decent levels for a Matt at this stage in the game, so he could well like profit more for that than you would expect. It's going to allow him to play a lot more cards and start drawing tier 2s earlier in the game without having to worry about tier 1s. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't go for a tier 2 there, because then he can toss it if it's something bad anyway. But oh, he can't go for a tier 2 yet, never mind. And Rand plays the Embracing the Source, of course. That gets cut straight away. Gwen smashes a cut weaves onto the table. She's going to be looking at tier 3 next turn after a foretell. And Rand is only going to get 1 level out of his Embracing the Source, which means he won't be able to play the wards just yet either. That is quite unfortunate for him. Never actually seen the cut weaves on the Embracing the Source before. Gotta respect that. Gotta respect it. And another Blood Knife ring added to the hand for Egwene. That's 2. Total of 29 combat strength in hand. 30 with a token, a troop token that she's got. 35 when she hits tier 3. Oh, and this wasn't a ring. She's getting all the information as well. Holy shit, this was the foretell, sorry. The next 2 cards are both pretty good from what I can remember. I'm blanking on them now, but I feel like those were other good cards as well. She might want to go draw those before either of the others have an opportunity, because they're both still tier 1 just now, so she can draw them before anyone else. And Rain flips over for Matt. That's going to be the 5th ally added to his team. Does use a careful word to recruit it. Only going to save him 1 favour on this occasion. But tier 2 for Matt. And he's got a decent stack of troops as well, so he can start working towards hitting his tier 3 fairly soon. Just needs to build up a few more troops. Mid-game, Paul? 30 minutes in? I guess it is the mid-game. This is just flying by. It's ridiculous. And Rand leaving Jangai Pass hits tier 2. Didn't catch quite everything that happened there. But it looks like he fought Dana. He still needs another 8 levels before he gets his tier 3 unlocked. Gwen's got hers. 2 blood knife rings and all the information. Call lightning. I think she's just going to kill a Forsaken this turn. I don't see any scenario where she doesn't just kill a Forsaken. And there's the Asmodean. I think I would have preferred her to play all the information, but blood knife ring coming out for Eela here, and Rand is going to play a learn from the best with Olva to pick it up afterwards. Not bad. And then a call lightning for Gwen will get an extra 9 points. And a last embrace will get her a couple of favour out of the deal as well. Not a bad turn at all for a Gwen. An extra level in every attribute as well for killing Asmodean. She's going to get 11 points. That's the first Forsaken down. That's 1 out of 4. We're 32 minutes in, guys. This has got to be some sort of record. In fact, there was a couple of minutes of nothing at the start. So, like 30 minutes in, and that's 1 down. Not wasting any time, these players. That moves to Tarvalon. Probably going to make his way to Maradon to start bouncing back and forth there and stack up some troops. Picks himself up a protective cocoon. Not what he was looking for, but he can always toss it whenever he gets into a fight. Cover the flip. No Ogier for him. I kind of want a gateway, though, rather than picking up a combat weave. So she can get to Jangai Pass and play this Twisted Redstone Door for him. But we'll see what Icicle picks up here. Right now, 100% of the poll vote going with a Gwen. Can't say I blame them. The early Forsaken kill, plus the card still in hand. Nothing to sniff at. Icicle is really a threat. He doesn't mess around. He comes to kick ass. It's kind of scary, actually. Yeah, I could see a Twisted Ring. I mean, it's pretty good when you're digging through the tier 3 deck. It's just like, how often do you take the time to play Twisted Ring usually? But it's better than like a move to Arundel on average, I'd say. Yeah. Looks like he went for the Call Lightning, not the Gateway, so he's not going to be going to Jangai Pass anytime soon. Just looking for another fight, more likely. Jasper and Ann added to Matt's team. He is starting to get a bit of a bigger party now. It's swelling in numbers and got some troops to go with it. 12, 15 combat strength. 16 with Hopper. He's almost ready to beat a tier 2 enemy by 10 if he gets a lucky one. He just needs a few more troops yet, but decent party amassing up. Rand, on the other hand, still stuck on 10 channeling with no way to play the wards in his hand. Blood Knife Ring, though, now that he managed to rip with the learning the craft. And what did he do just then? How did he gain a channeling level? What did I miss? Oh, he killed David Hanlon. Derp. Kill David Hanlon, so that's great for him. It's going to unlock the wards in his hand and get him one step closer. Yes, I think Green Halford could have cancelled the Cutweaves. I can't remember the exact wording of Cutweaves. Gwen draws a couple of tier 3s. She's not going to be too happy with those and Assassinate and Power Rot weapons. Assassinate could maybe get rid of one of Rand's followers, keep him away from tier 3 a little longer, but I don't know if that's the way she's playing this game. Seems to be more focused on just aggressively hunting Forsaken. Perhaps Gwen's walking towards Jangai Pass. Gonna play a Framed for Murder. Or was that a discard? No, I'm gonna Framed for Murder on the Eludra. Interesting. Let's keep Matt behind. He's got 16 troops now, plus 3. That puts him on 19, and flips over Androl, but doesn't have the favour to afford him. Oh, that's devastating for him. Rand's going to be picking that up almost certainly this turn in Kyrian. That'll get him an extra 2 channeling. In fact, it might just get the job done. No, what am I talking about? He's still way away. He's on 12 at the minute. He's going to be on 14 with this Androl. If he does pick it up. He goes for a flip instead. What? He had enough resources. I really don't understand that. Assassinate comes out for a Gwen. She's going to take care of Eben Hopwell. Remember him, he died for you. Icicle just taking some time to fuck with other people now that he's got a lead. Does nobody want this Androl? It's just gonna sit there. I don't know what's going on. Nobody wants the Androl. This is the longest an Androl has ever been in the Tavern Row. By approximately 0.4 seconds. Yeah, you're right, the lead isn't that much. Androl's not big. Come on. Not when you've got the control of the game that Gwen has at the minute. And I think that's where the lead comes from to me. It's not from the score track, it's from the control over the game. The battle weaves that she still has in hand. Just a redstone door for him. The full attribute levels. Grand gets an eavesdrop from Jangai Pass. He is much further away from that tier 3 now though, only 8 channeling with the Bella. She's ripe for a disarm. It looks like Gwen's going to pull the trigger on Androl. Yeah, I'm feeling the same, Bob. I think he could have probably used all the information, not just to find a fight, but to find information, to know what's coming up and give himself a better clue of where he wants to go with the game. It's really a strength of those cards that you can't forget is they're not just about digging, they're also great for Like the knowledge that Rand gets from discarding every turn is ridiculous. Robin sent a question. Where? He's put it in the wrong chart. Thank you, Jessica, for letting me know. I've told him off. / told him to ask me in the correct chat because I don't have Discord open. And Moraine going into Rand's party, is that going to get him to tier 3? Not quite, he'll be on 16. She did out a whole load of favour for her. Gotta be thrilled about that though. Gwen will finally go to Jangai Pass. Probably gonna look for a tier 3 weave. Looking for a Blossoms or a Deathgate or something. Finds a Fog. Matt got a real serious stack of troops now. He's just looking for a fight, and he is moving in the direction of Tarwin's Gap, so he's going to be able to find one on his next turn and hit tier 3 himself. Can't imagine he'll spend too long messing around before looking for a fight after that in the tier 3 deck. Rand's going to have to get on move on with these last 2 channeling levels, and one of them will come from a refresh, so that's one step closer. I guess he could go pick up any tier 1 weave then in Jangai Pass and it'd be good to go unless it was a Bond Warder. Although I guess that would get there as well, technically. He's going to peek at a Fog. Brilliant. Yeah, I think Hanlon's the only tier 2 enemy in there, so I think that'll be what he's going for. Gonna Twisted Ring on the tier. Picks up a Form Circle. Gonna have to discard a Grand Conspiracy though. But that Form Circle is gonna be an extra 10 levels. 12 if she wants to add Androl to the party. Twisted Ring most likely coming up next turn from Ramshalan. Just wanted to see if she could find a big weave first and save herself from having to search the deck for another. Definite score. Definite score. Matt now going to fight David Hanlon. He's going to hit his tier 3, gain a level, get 5 points. Save his troops using his tier 2 ability. A strong turn for him. With that humongous stack of troops over there, he is going to be ready for a Forsaken fight very, very soon. Probably wants to let his followers ready themselves again first, but doesn't necessarily have to. I have to keep up with the hands as well when I'm on my own. Supply raid, conscripts, collecting evidence, nothing in hand for Matt really. Blood Knife Ring, flanking and smooth skirts for Rand. Gwyn's hand still absurd. Call lightning, all information, Blood Knife Ring. Twisted Redstone Door for him. And Rand's getting into a fight with Alviarin. Oh, that's going to allow him to play the healing that's in his hand. Excellent. He must have drawn that off the eavesdrop last turn. Rand does now hit his tier 3 after playing that healing, so he's gonna be able to draw from the tier 3 deck if he wants, but I imagine he's gonna go tier 2. He does. Not much, it's a sneak, a notoriety, and a duty to the people, so Not very good draws for him, but hitting tier 3 now, he is also ready for a fight. We could see the end of the game come very quickly here. Depends what Egwene sees in this stack. But all the information is coming through. Still sat in Jangai Pass, so she can always twist a redstone door for him if something goes wrong. She can always fog and then twist a redstone door for him on the next turn and find something better. She sees a Megidian, a Galdrian, a Gareth Bryn, and a Galad. Not the best. Not the best. She could get a free Galdrian, but that doesn't really do a lot for her. Well, next turn she can flip Megidian, but that doesn't do anything. Those were unfortunate draws. Or unfortunate peaks, even. Taking some time to consider his options here, Icicle. The game is slowing down a little bit now. Thank God it's giving me a chance to breathe. I might be considering Gareth Bryn, but not sure she can afford him. Of course, Gwen doesn't have to reveal from the tier 3 deck. She can reveal a character from any of the decks. Could always be the plan here, to just not bother with any of them. She could also put Megidian anywhere and teleport to herself next turn with the Androl. That would work too. Oh, welcome in, Kayla. Nice to see you in chat. And she does flip the Gareth Bryn. I'm going to be able to do anything with it. So, within the top 3 cards, there's only a Megidian for enemies. Randy's going to peek at that. I'm going to peek at it as well. It's a Galdrian, and he's going to pick it up for free. That's actually much better for him than it is for Egwene, because 9 Days Damar on Rand, and he can also use the Aerith to buff it another 2. He's going to be able to play any plots that he wants. Egwene now going for the Twisted Redstone Door for him. See what she takes here. Excuse me. Goes for a Blossoms of Fire, just looking for more combat. Already got a ton of combat in hand though. Coal, Lightning, Fog, Blood Knife, Form Circle, Power Rot weapons that she can't play yet. And a Blossoms. Matt continuing to just stack up troops. He's going to get a flip this turn in Falmaran. We'll see who it is. And if someone else does reveal the Moggy, then Egwene can just jump to it with Androl. So that's nice. It's only 10 points, but it's better than nothing. And if it's put in a good location, then... I haven't seen a Mashadar anywhere, no. Mask of Mirrors in Matt's hand. No channeler to play it, though. Collecting evidence. Collecting evidence could be pretty good right now. Although it might be likely to catch a smooth skirts. Rand drawing some cards, happy to randomly discard. All of his hand is bad. I feel that. Oh, discards a Blood Knife Ring though. That was one of the non-bad cards. Yikes. Is it gonna... So she teleported. She's not gonna get to fight the Megidian this turn. In Bandareben, I don't think anybody has any way of fast travelling, so it's going to be safe there. She will be able to get it on the next turn if she wants it. Again, though, only 10 points, might be tempted to look deeper. Puts her in Qatar, though, which is not a bad place to be as a go-in after fighting a Forsaken. I'm going to go through some Trollocs and probably see if we can find a fight now. We don't know what this card is, so... Oh, sorry, we did still know that card. Glad. That's going to be free for him. It's actually really good, because you can use it to gain points every few turns. Glad on that is a really nice catch-up mechanic. Ran Peaks, we'll take a look too. It's LAN. That's not too interesting. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's here. We seem to have like a decent amount of people with us tonight, so cheers for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Look at me being a YouTuber. I'm going to play a Turncloaks with the Galdrian. That's going to net him 4 troops total. 1 from the Galdrian and 3 stolen from... I think he went with a Gawain. Affects her more. We'll see if Icicle decides to go for the Megideon or look for something a bit beefier. Possibly go back to back. I think he probably could go back to back. Loses a troop going through the Trollocs first. Taking a moment to think. I don't know what about, but he has to play 2 cards. I don't think there's any way around it. I don't think he wants to play 2 cards, but he has to. So he's trying to form Circle and add Berowyn to it, but Berowyn can't play actions that aren't attached to her due to Almoth playing. All that rapid typing me just communicating with one of the players, clarifying just how that card works. Now, halving Megideon puts her on 9. He's still going to be a few points away from kill, so he will still need another card. Don't think he'll be able to go back to back with much big now that he's got rid of the blossoms. I think he's hesitant to play this Call Lightning and get rid of the hand roll, but yeah, he ends up doing it anyway, so, like, I feel like you should probably keep the Blossoms in that scenario and use the Blood Knife Ring, but maybe he wants to keep Ramshalan up in case he flips a Forsaken that's too big and he just wants to try another tier 3. That would certainly give him a lead if he managed to find a small tier 3, but it's a stretch. And he does find a big one. Putting it to the bottom isn't that bad because it keeps it away from the other two until he has a chance to recharge a bit. Of course, we already knew the land was there. She might consider recruiting that one. Doesn't. Too close to the end of the game, apparently. 2 Forsakens still left to be killed. No idea what's on top of the tier 3 deck now. Robin flips over Gawain. It's about as disappointing as a wet blanket. It's about as disappointing as a wet pillow. Ugh. Endgame Paul, yes. I was going to get to it. I promise I was. Finale Paul. Ice, baby. I mean, really, this point, it's still anyone's game, in my opinion. Because anyone can take on a big fight, and in fact, the boys are more equipped to do it than a Gawain. So if they find a big enough fight, they could easily just take over. Quinn going for a free Gawain at Falmer, picks up a Find the Answers. That's going to draw 8 cards for her on the next turn. Assuming she has the time left to play it. What's going on here? Smooth skirts. Oh, collecting evidence got smooth skirts. I called that like an hour ago. It looks like he disarmed Hopper in the process, using Moraine for the smooth skirts. Rand playing a notoriety with Bella. Gonna gain 2 resources? An assist with Aerith? So he's gonna get 2 favor from the notoriety. The best. Going for a Find the Answers. Let's see what answers she finds. We'll keep an eye on our hand here as the new cards flood in. Idam Oathraw. Well, we'll wait and see what he discards, and then it's easier to keep track of. Looks like a burn letters there. Damn the plan. best draws. Burning letters is going to be nice, but the main problem is they have troops. I don't know if she has time for the burn letters. I'm going to discard an Dam, an Oath Rod, and a resupply? Or is she playing the resupply, I assume? Yeah. Definitely no time for the exposed weakness. Assassinate probably a bit too irrelevant in this game now as well, yeah. Not an ideal hand. Supply raid coming out now from Robin. Wants to steal a card from a Gwen. He got best of the best. He does actually have a great captain to play that with as well. That could be relevant if someone has the tactics. Taking a peek on top of a Gwen there. Must have liked what I see. Moves to Arangil. Picks up a Fortel and a Rally. Fortel's going to be one out of range. Olivia flipped over by a Gwen. Doesn't have enough to recruit that. Kind of disappointing. Kind of surprised they aren't looking for more fights, if I'm honest. Expect these players to be digging through the tier 3 a little bit more. Matt picks up an Aelfin. Going to be happy about that one. Already shown a propensity for stealing cards from other people. Gwyn, certainly no embarrassment of riches in hand. Two on top of the deck now. Another non-fight. Not currently available for free to any of our players. I have to think that Elfin might be coming out, targeting a Gwyn next turn. Brand recruiting a Herod Fell, paying full cost. Wants access to the backflip in his hand. Makes sense. Makes sense. Turns on any future skill cards he happens to draw as well. And the 2-1 gets flipped now for a Gwen. She's not going to be interested in that. Way too pricey for the 1 point in the last battle. Matt moving back to Maradon. Kinda wish he was using this Galad a bit more to gain some points, but could be accelerating his point gain if he's used that Glad a bit more often. Don't think I've seen him use it once yet. He's going to toss a Learn in the Craft, draw near tier 1. It's a loose Badger, not too relevant. Do you imagine he'll flip a new tier 3 here? Finds a fight. It's only a small one though. All of the little fights coming up in this game with all of the smallest Forsaken in the deck, the 18, the 19, and the 20. Balthamel added to the pile. There'll be only one more Forsaken left in this game. He's going to exhaust some followers to save some troops. Still got a healthy supply. to try and fight again. Catches up with Rand on the score track. Gonna be a fairly tight game. Unless a Shaidar Haran does turn up to throw a wrench in the works. Rand's probably gonna peek at this tier 3. I'll try and catch it with him. It's a Mies. That's not interesting. Anyone with a big fight will, like, if anyone gets a big Forsaken, then they probably win the game at this point. Rand's gonna go for a backflip. Maybe he'll try and reveal 2 characters this turn, dig one deeper. Don't know. Let's see where he goes. Tavalon is the choice. Whether or not he flips over the Amis is a question that remains to be determined. Might just flip a tier 2 in the hope of finding a fight there. That's probably what I'd do, but if he really wants to dig for a big fight, then flips the Amis. Back to Camelin, see if he has any better luck the second time. Agonor, he does in fact find a fight. I have to assume Agonor's toast. Yeah, he's toast without Rand even having to do anything. So that's going to be 16 points. It'll put him all the way on 39, which is a nice lead to have before the last battle. But those max attribute levels for Egwene are really going to come into play during the last battle here. Less followers in her team, but a decent stack of each of the resources. So her last battle score is going to be fairly high. Rand's isn't too bad either, but his attribute levels are where he's going to hurt the most there. So we'll have to see if that makes the difference for Egwene. Matt, I don't think within a shot of first place in this game, but his last battle score is very high, so he could easily come in second. Wow, what a quick game. An hour. Like an hour and 5 minutes. 4 kills. I mean, they were small Forsaken, but boy, were they playing fast. Watch the scores rack up here in the last battle. Egwene's edging closer. Oh, did Egwene just take over there at the end? Was that it? I can't tell if they're done or not. Okay, they're done. Wow, so Icicle wins. I'm gonna jump into a chat with the players and do a short post-game interview. But yeah, I guess it's a quick stream tonight, guys. We'll be closing up in the next 10 minutes or so.
All right, there was.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, James.
Quickest league game today, I believe.
Probably.
Well played, Icicle. Surgical
Thank you.
performance. Very close there at the end, and
Yeah.
Yeah, stressed.
I honestly weren't sure which way it was going to go in the last battle, but those attribute levels for Egwene really came through in the end, right?
Yeah. Sure.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all of you were zipping around lightning fast. It was kind of hard to keep track, I'm not going to lie, especially on my own. Like, I didn't have nearly enough time when other people are usually talking, where I look at people's hands and figure out what the plan is. It's just move. Let's go.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, I need to take a breath. Yeah.
Well played, Icicle. 2 wins. You'll be at the top of the leaderboard. And to the two of you, commiserations. You both played very well. You had a bit of a rough start over there, Robin, finding followers,
Yeah.
but managed to recover fairly well.
Yeah, I just couldn't find a fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to go to Tarwin's Gap to get my tier 3.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get a single tier 2 or tier 3 fight except for that one Forsaken after that.
Yeah, and all the small fries coming out is a bit.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand. We've been in those games.
Yeah.
Yep.
What a disappointing all the information. Mogideon
Oh,
and
I
2
know.
free
Yeah.
characters for other people. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was not a good reveal. I was a bit disappointed with that one. The Twisted Ring though, put in some work this game.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that strategy for Egwene.
In retrospect, I should have taken it out instead of hitting Anth for one follower at the beginning.
Oh yeah, because he didn't really have anyone else at the time, did he?
Yeah.
The Forge letter would have worked.
It's
That's true.
just inconvenient looking at how much stuff in the discard there is that I go on.
Yeah.
There was just no time for anything in this game, though, was there?
No, it was quick.
Not even.
I was just getting to Matt Steamroll stage, and game was over.
I was really looking forward to doing Mogideon back to back, and I flipped
Yeah, I thought you
Olivia
were
or
gonna
Land,
try.
whatever it was.
Yeah. Thought you were gonna try, but I wasn't sure if you'd actually be able to get it. Depends what it is, right? You had the fog though, so you.
Yeah, I only had 25, but I have fog and P4, so I figure I can get out of a fight.
No, it was really well played from all three of you. Congratulations, Icicle, on first place, and Anthony second,
Yeah.
and Robin. Hard.
Well, hey, this means I
lines.
probably don't have to play you next month, so that's cool.
I'm only on 3 points at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to close out the stream, but I'll catch up with you guys in a little while. And that's it tonight, folks. There I am. That's it tonight, folks. It was a very quick stream. Record time. Congratulations to Icicle once again, who will be gaining 5 more honor, taking him to a total of 10 honor in this quarter, meaning he has lots of honor, and honor means he's good at the game. If you would like to play Third Age, make sure to head down into the description and join our Discord server. Anyone can join, it's completely free. You do have to have Tabletop Simulator, but that costs like $15, $20 on Tabletop Simulator. On Steam, it's not something that we charge for, it's just an app that we use to play the game. So yeah, come join the server, say hello, and we'll brainwash you into our army of militant players who have games every day. Alright, until next time, I'm